right. Time to see what there is to do for money. Okay. So I could do some more gathering, I think. Okay, so first things first, I'm just going to log into my bank tune. I don't really have much for sale, but I had some enchanting materials and some ink selling or for sale. Okay, so it looks like all my enchanting materials sold, but not my inks. Okay, so we're doing a scan of the auction house. Love to see it. I just want to do a concentration scan, see what that says. Crowd pummeler. Why would that be impacted by concentration? I don't think it is. So I wonder if engineering parts are worth crafting. Like if I guess it's going to be kind of hard to tell just because I don't have the right like tools and equipment and all that good shit. But what's up, Roy? How you doing, man? Have you tried out prospecting lately with the price of handful pebbles being over 150 gold? I have not. What I haven't looked at prospecting in pretty long. Basically ever since I set up the prospecting version of the sheet, which was early War Within, like the first week probably of War Within being launched. Maybe I should go through and update the prices just for funsies, see what it says. All right, 19 gold. Wow, bismuth has dropped, hasn't it? 1392. 1228. 152. Yeah, the price of pebbles were like 16 gold at that time, but now it's increased. It actually is sometimes profitable. So, what's the best way to get handfuls of pebbles? Is it just prospecting the cheapest ore? let's go to my prospecting. It's not going to be the right spot anymore. Okay. So I prospected bismuth and received 592 pebbles. Prospected acarite and got 344, and ironclaw 368. Oh, okay, so that was just a fluke price of bismuth. So let's actually put bismuth price at like, let's say 39 gold. So then it's a loss. Prospect the cheapest ore. Gotcha. Okay. Well, that might be something I have to look into again. I've been working on this character and I've been trying to I mean, I kind of stopped looking at prospecting for a little while. Just because I mean, it was just I wasted like so much gold initially getting into prospecting. So that was kind of unfortunate, but I just need like 14 more skill points to be maxed out in prospecting. And if I could get 150 more acuity, then I could, you know, get the resourcefulness blue tool, which would be nice. But just get rid of all this shit. Definitely gonna have to keep my eyes on that. I appreciate you mentioning that, Roy. Have you been making some solid money with prospecting? I have 144K, but this first mailbox has 5.2 million in it. So I need to empty my mailbox is the point. When I emptied my mailbox last, it put me up to 7.5 million gold. So as long as I get above that with this mailbox emptying, I'll be happy. Fake prices screw me up sometimes. Yeah, that's been it's really obnoxious to deal with so what I've been doing is I've been trying to actually remake the gold cheat sheet a little bit. So I'll show you what I've been doing with it. Where is it? Okay, so I'll go to tailoring. So basically what I've done is, and this wasn't all just me, a couple of viewers have helped out with some of these formulas. But basically, I can do the tailoring price scan, right? I can click export results. I can copy that and then come into the sheet, paste it here. And the formulas are automatically going to just like pull the prices from that and update this master price sheet to then give you, you know, what the values of these different things are. It's fantastic. It makes it way easier. But the challenge with it is if you have a situation where somebody posted like a very small stack of a particular or like a very cheap, you know, bismuth, and that's what gets captured in that exported prices, then it's not gonna reflect properly. So what I'm thinking about doing is adding like basically another small column here that would have like a little button for you to reset the cell. So like let's say The price export put Weaver Cloth rank 1 at like 20 gold, and it's not 20 gold, right? You could go in and you could change the price to what it actually is, like 54 gold. But when you do that, it's going to lose the formula. So then you could just like click a button right here to like reset the cell, so to speak, and it would just basically reinsert the formula back into here. Because I just don't, like, usually you could just click the undo button, but I just don't know that everybody would like know to do that, I guess. So yeah, but looking at this, you know what? I actually needed to finish doing this. So I prospected 27,000 cloth and got 89,204 spool of weaver thread from it, and I need to figure out what the average cloth or number of spools per unravel was. So I think unraveling uses 10 cloth, right? Or is it 5? Yeah, 5. Okay. Drag this out here a little bit. Oh, the other thing I'm doing with the sheet is giving shopping strings. So with like the spools of weaver thread, it doesn't matter that much, but like if you got into something that's a little bit more, you know, requires some additional materials like exquisite weaver cloth bolts, that's going to require, you know, weaver cloth, storm dust. You can enter the number of crafts that you want to do, and then it'll give you the shopping string right here, so you can just copy and import that into Auctionator, and it'll automatically fill like the items that you need to buy and the amount of that item that you need to buy, just like CraftSim's shopping string. So that's kind of nice too. So I think I just need to do this equals that divided by that. Okay, so I averaged 16.51. Which is exactly what I was. Okay, so I must have updated this to 23% resourcefulness. All right, so unraveling is obviously very profitable right now. Or at least wilder cloth is. Or weaver cloth, not wilder. But I also want to check blacksmithing. I don't usually prospect bismuth. There are better uses for it anyway, and I was trying it out for the last 2 days. It's decent, but nothing compared to the enchanting tailoring shuffle. How much time have you been spending doing the enchanting tailoring shuffle, Roy? That shit's been brutal, in my opinion. Like, I've been doing a decent amount of it. I usually do it in like 5,000 quantity increments, I guess is the best way to say it. But it's very time consuming. All right, so apricot ink is profitable. Surprisingly, shadow ink is profitable. Very surprised by that, honestly. I've done all of my knowledge on this guy, right? Yeah, okay. So I want to look at blacksmithing as well. So I got the blacksmithing updated, and I got the Like these values are all based off of 19% resourcefulness, 22% multi-craft with the ever burning ignition. So I didn't have that data initially like saved. And so it was always kind of difficult to figure out what the like profit was going to be for these. I wish CraftSim had a way to like simulate with the ever burning ignition activated. All right, so Iron Claw Alloy is looking super profitable right now. So, wrong account. Actually, Charged and Iron Claw are looking really profitable. I'll do it and watch the Race to World first. The only thing I find annoying is having to fly over to the mailbox. Dude, I know. God, it's the most obnoxious fucking thing. And I remember it used to be that if you didn't have space in your bags, it would just go into your mailbox. And it actually makes me mad that they got rid of that functionality. Can I still not delete that? It's just going to be an item forever in my bags. All right, I think we'll just go ahead and empty the mailbox. So I need the money. I've been doing a lot. I've been making a lot of gold with exquisite weaver cloth bolts as well. Those have been super good so far. They're not always like great, obviously, but we might hit gold cap, or we'll be just shy of gold cap. We'll probably be just shy of gold cap. We might hit gold cap. Okay, cool. You'll love to see that. All right. Well, then, in that case, what should we do? We got plenty of money. It's the fastest selling items in the game. You basically get your money and profits as you drop the items in the auction house. No having to keep reposting. Don't have to deal with other reposting. Oh, yeah. You mean like with the gleaming shards? Well, okay. Actually, I have a question. Do you just sell the gleaming shards, or do you shatter that into dust and then do that? I think we will get a stock up on blacksmithing materials. Now, before I do the full stock up on blacksmithing materials, I have been doing a little bit of gathering. And rather than just sell those, I'm going to just craft with them. So I want to send that stuff over real quick here. It's not a lot, but it'll dampen the costs a little bit. Okay. So he will need Iron Claw, bismuth, and crystal, whatever. Crystalline powder. But I don't know if I need to use rank 2 or rank 1 specifically. So I'm going to send both. Crystalline powder. Okay, perfect. Well, I mean, I'm psyched about hitting a gold cap there. That's always exciting. It's been a while since I've had a gold cap. Now I could like craft core alloy and use that in my iron claw alloy crafts and, you know, even save money in that regard. But let me look at this. So if I use all rank 1s, I get rank 2. So it doesn't matter. So just cheapest ore available. So let me do this scan again. Export the prices. And we shall see. Oops. So bismuth rank 2 is not 20 gold, it's 41 gold. Iron Claw rank 1 is more like 25 gold. So that eats into profits a little bit, but we're going to roll with it. Although I'm not going to do core alloy. I think I will just do okay. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, charged alloy. I'm just trying to figure out the best way I want to approach this, particularly with the Iron Claw alloy. What's the best way to do this? Boomba Skew, hello. Nice to see you. Welcome back. I try core alloy all the time, but I lose gold. Yeah. Do you have like all of your resources maxed out? Do you use the ever burning ignition? Because that's the important part. If you don't use the ever burning ignition, then I don't think it would ever be profitable. All right, here's what I think I'm actually going to do instead. So I have... How much bismuth total? I probably don't want to use rank 2 bismuth. I mean, the prices are basically the same. So let me just craft up all the core alloy I need, and then we'll go from there. Or all the core alloy I can, I should say. Oh, but... I really should ever burning ignition the core alloy. Ooh, not 50k. I'll do both. Sometimes if enchants are profitable, I'll make those as well. Use my concentration on as much as possible for rank 3 enchants. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, I need a few points in multicraft. Gotcha. Yeah, if you get all of your like alloy related knowledge necessary, not the skill related ones, but like if you max out ever burning forge, gracious forging, and discerning discipline, that's obviously a big jump. That'll basically get you there. But I would also recommend maxing out fortuitous forges, just because you do get a little bit of extra multi-craft from maxing out fortuitous forges. So I've got all the possible multi-craft and resourcefulness I can. And I just went through and captured this data, like, I think it was literally like yesterday or the day before. And I was getting... With the ever burning ignition active, I was getting on average 1.34 core alloy per craft, 1.39 ironclad, 1.37 charged alloy per craft. So if you're able to get all of that, then I mean it's profitable for me. But I think your EU, and EU is just a rough place to exist right now. It sounds like. I guess it sounds like it's always kind of a rough server or rough region. Crystalline sturgeon. See, I already fucked up and need to... Okay, there we go. So cooking, crystalline sturgeon. Let me just rerun this. Dilly Dally Dace. So Bloody Purge. Yeah, there must be people just like constantly checking the prices of all of these different cooking items. Like bug brisket. I guess bug brisket's pretty doable. Belladar's Bounty is profitable even without the honeycomb. I'd be curious, does the hot honeycomb specifically only come from processing the portioned steak cinder bee belly? Or is there another source of hot honeycomb? Let's go to Wowhead. Oh, so stuff does drop it. Oh, so people just farming bees, are they also getting hot honeycomb from it? It drops rarely from the bee mobs when I turned. Okay. Okay. Well, I'll go get the materials now and we can start crafting up some alloys. All right, so material optimization. It's so expensive. But we can kind of just set it and forget it with this. And then start looking at something else. Actually, we can't set it and forget it now that I think about it. Because we got to track the ever-burning ignition. Make sure we don't run out of that. I wish I had like an alarm or an alert or something that I could turn on. So it would like let me know when I'm getting low on ever-burning time. $8.98. It's like basically zero profit. I guess that's a good point. Yeah, I could just set a 10-minute timer. My fucking dumbass. Yeah, that's that's a good point, really. I definitely could just do that. Okay, now we can leave it for 10 minutes. All right, so I do want to craft some food because it's just a nice thing to kind of sell through as time goes by. So let me see if any of these. So bug brisket. There's a decent stock of these. So if I just reset the price to like 6.80, how does that? Okay, so it would still be profitable. Okay. Now this character I do actually... Forgot I had all these things that I need to keep selling through. Frosted rime fin tuna. So this character I would like to get to what's it called? War Within Dornogal. Because then he could start, like, I don't know, doing this cooking stuff so that I could have, like, even 3 accounts going at it. All right, so while that's going, I think we could look at some sheet stuff. So enchanting. Yeah, doing the Pioneer's cloth cuffs is just very. You know, how did I have this enchanting shuffle set up? What is the price of Storm Dust currently? $52. Oh shit, rank 3 is 401. That seems crazy. Right, you said I'll do both sometimes if enchants. Oh, right, okay, I saw that. So, when you shatter gleaming shards, you're not guaranteed to get the same quality, right? You could get a lower quality, or you could get a higher quality. Is that right? It's just random? Okay. I think at this time it's just is hard to make gold from crafting materials when some people raise prices for reagents. Yeah, it's definitely difficult. I mean, you kind of have to, you know, from my experience, like there's always, you know, some things that are profitable, but it kind of like changes. Like there are times when inking is like super profitable, and so like I'll do some inking, and then not long after that, inking no longer becomes profitable, so I'll stop doing inking and start looking for the next recipe that is profitable. So I just kind of have to bounce around and, you know, adapt with whatever's happening in the market. So Roy, do you know, um I was looking at my enchanter, and there's like a whole enchanting tree about shattering, but I think it's not talking about like the gleaming shatter. I think it's talking about a different type of shattering you can do. So I'm just curious if you know for sure if that is the case, if the stats within that tree impact gleaming shatters, or if really the only thing that impacts shattering gleaming shards is going to be resourcefulness. Um, just what your experience with that is, because I have not done gleaming shattering a single time, so I'm just not sure how all that works. Yeah, but when I scan recipes with SimCraft, I see red on all professions for rank 1 and 2. Um, yeah, that is frustrating. Boom. Are you making sure that you're looking in professions where you have like, you know, everything necessary knowledge in like profession tool wise? Like if somebody scans for alloys currently, but they don't have like, you know, all the knowledge necessary to really maximize resourcefulness and multicraft. They don't have like their profession tool to like the max rank. They don't have it enchanted. Then it's for sure gonna be red for them. And so like that would be my biggest thing, is just making sure that you have everything you possibly can to influence it on your end. Um, hey, what's up, Scrog? Also, hey, Manders, thanks for the lyric. Um, so yeah, I mean that's just it, right? Is um, making sure that you're setting yourself up for as much success as possible by ensuring you have all possible resourcefulness and multi-craft values. And then if it's still in the red after that, then yeah, I think it's just a situation where the market is just, you know, not working out for you in that particular section and maybe try to find something else. That's why I have so many different crafters, so many different professions, so that I can bounce around profession to profession. The Shatter Storm Dust is added after the game launch, so literally nothing affects it from what I can tell. You'll get 3 random Storm Dust from each Shatter. So does Resourcefulness not even... okay, because like I've been kind of confused about it because it seems like nothing affects it, but when you like go to it in the crafting menu, it looks like Resourcefulness might actually have an impact on the Shattering to Storm Dust. It was just added to help out with Storm Dust. They had to have a place to put it. Yeah. So you're saying you haven't even like seen Resourcefulness procs doing Shattering, Scrog? Because that would kind of dictate if I tried to get the blue enchanting tool or not. No, Threem's... Okay, interesting. It doesn't impact. Okay. So you could shatter a rank 1 Gleaming Shard and get 3 rank 3 Storm Dust. Stimbim, what's up? Little technical question. How much RAM are you running? I've noticed a major memory leak when crafting sessions. It goes from 4 to 5 to 10 to 12 in a matter of 30 minutes. Yeah, I had that challenge for a long time too, Stim. My PC is currently 32 gigs of RAM. If you're running into that memory leak, all you need to do is just close out of your WoW. I think from what I heard from somewhere was like, just have the game closed for like 10 seconds or more, and then you can reopen it, and the RAM memory leak will work itself out. But at 32 gigs of RAM, I don't really run into that issue. I do if I'm like I've done crafting sessions where I'm going at it. Fuck me. I think it just ended, so I think we're okay. I've done crafting sessions where we're going at it for, like in a couple hours potentially, and then I'll start to notice the memory leak and performance issues. But yeah, when I was on 16 gigs of RAM, there was a huge issue because I do a lot of crafting, a lot of AFK crafting, like with inks and whatnot, and that always screwed me over. I don't think Resourcefulness helps with any of the disenchanting and shattering. Crafting speed is the only stat that's used. Gotcha. Well, I'll have to do another disenchanting session. And I might try just shattering it and see how that works out. I mean, there's got to be odds for... I mean, maybe there's not odds. Like, if it is truly random, then you can't really necessarily calculate the profitability, I wouldn't think. I have 16 gigabyte too, but I don't have problems. Yeah, so the only way that these problems...
What the hell are you on?
What the hell
Have you been smoking some funny cigarettes or something?
Iscaria, thank you so much for the follow. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. But yeah, really the only way these problems come up is if you are doing a very long crafting session, or like I mainly noticed it if I was like unraveling or milling herbs for a long time, then I would notice the performance issues. I think crafting inks, I would start to notice them as well. But that was about the only time I would find performance issues with the game. Seeing a couple people doing the commands for the sheet in chat. So let me know if you have any questions. You know what? I don't think I ever updated the link for the sheet in that command. Oh, I did. Not completely. Let me give you guys the newest sheet link. I'll just put it in chat. Apologies for that. So I was getting a lot of feedback about cooking. So I'm getting cooking added. I really just want to finish getting the price imports set up for everything. Everything that seems relevant. Like, I don't know if we need to do it for enchanting, but I probably will. So I really just need to do it for inscription, enchanting, and jewel crafting. And then like I said, I want to get that button set up to reset the cells because I feel like that could cause some confusion. But once I have that done, because there's obviously some new shit on this sheet that you're probably not seeing on the current one, which is the additional alloys, a bunch more cooking recipes. I captured the data for chopped mycoloom. I just need to get it added to the sheet. And I've started separating each profession out by creating its own data tab, because having this just massive data tab was just getting to be a lot. So I think that's a nice change. But how's the gold making coming for all of you? What have you guys been doing to make your money? Hopefully you've been making some solid money. I've heard some rumors that disenchanting was hit with a stealth nerf at some point. Was this true? Does your updated sheet take that in? So it sounds like it is true that it did receive some sort of nerf. But with that being said, it's definitely still profitable. But also with that being said, no, technically I haven't gone through and recaptured the data from disenchanting. That is maybe something that I'll do here soon. But let me see something. I don't know if it was just I heard somebody say it was, well, when I first heard about the stealth nerf, somebody was specifically talking about storm dust. So I don't know if it also impacted gleaming shards. I did do a disenchanting session like a few days ago, and it was roughly 6,000 Pioneer's cloth cuffs that I disenchanted. And these values, because these are just predicted amounts that you're going to receive of each rank gleaming shard. These values are pretty similar. I actually received over 3,000 of the rank 1s and 2s, and it was like 1,700 rank 3s. So I can't imagine that my sheet is far off in terms of its predictions. But and this is crazy. I mean, these prices are obviously not updated currently, but I spent about 1 million gold to do the Pioneer's cloth cuffs, and made about 850,000 gold profit from doing all the disenchanting. So that was fun. Cloth farm 60 to 80 gold, 60 to 80k gold per hour. Boom. Give us some details. What are you doing? Are you exploiting the Hollowfall nest farm, or are you playing safe? I don't know what the Hollowfall nest farm is. What type of cloth are you getting with that? Is it just weaver cloth? Or dawn weave, dusk weave? No, these prices are not updated stem. I haven't gone through and updated these prices in a minute. Weaver cloth bolts are probably more so like 126 gold right now. And also these prices are not accurate. Gleaming shards. Is 130 on auction house and around 110 self-crafted. Yeah, that's the thing to do, right? Is like if you are going to like do the disenchanting shuffle, you should definitely have a crafter set up to like you should have two tailors, a resourcefulness tailor and a multi-craft tailor. You should buy the weaver cloth, get that all unraveled, and then craft the weaver cloth or the spools into bolts, and then send it back to your resourcefulness crafter tailor, craft all the bracers, and then send those to your disenchanter. But you can even do that with like exquisite weaver cloth. So instead of sending it back to your resourcefulness tailor to craft bolts, just keep it on the multi-craft tailor and craft exquisite bolts. Because those are pretty profitable as well. Ah, tits, man. I keep fucking missing this. I don't want to set an alarm on my phone because I don't want to destroy all of your ears. All cloth rank 1, 2, 3. How much cloth do you get on average per hour? Would you say, Boom? And what are you like a hunter there, or what are you what do you have multiple characters in the 4x4? Like how are you setting that up? Besides gathering and flipping materials into crafting things, farming pummeler permit. So I remember Madge was doing a lot of pummeler permits. So is that kind of that's just from doing the whole scrap process on an engineer, right, Scrog? Gotcha. So you're just on a. So these groups need a healer. That's interesting. We didn't realize that. So you just go there and you're just healing your party and just looting. I might have to look into that then. I'd still be curious if you know, Boom, how much on average cloth you get per hour. I think it's worth it if you do it on a second account. It takes a lot of time. I'm sure. Yeah, doing just a lot of scrapping. So are you just buying different like engineering parts off the auction house to scrap them, Scrog, or are you crafting up a bunch of a particular material and then scrapping them? I went and leveled a Dragonflight engineer, scrapping stuff from there. Gotcha. How many pummelers permits have you managed to receive? Got my 5th today. Damn. And if you had to guess how much investment it is, if you, sorry for all the questions, but how much, like, so they're valued at 819K right now. How much do you think it costs you to get one of those? Most of the time it was maybe sub 400K. One batch cost me 600. Okay, shit. People are catching on as the price of those mats are going up. Gotcha. Well, that sucks. It's always a piss off when people are catching on to your gold making schemes. That might be something that I need to look into then. The challenge is like I could definitely open up like a 4th account and rock a 4th because I do a lot of AFK crafting already. Like I'm pretty much always like finding stuff to AFK craft. So I would have to stop doing one particular thing to start doing the pummel permit. But I recoup a lot by going through the scrap afterwards. I get a ton of war within materials back. 5,000 scrap. That's me about 250K. Okay. Yeah, that's not bad at all. So you're spending 400K to craft all the materials necessary to do the scrapping. You get a pommel permit, so that's like 400K profit, assuming you spent 400K for the mats and assuming the permit's 800K. But then on top of that, you're also getting an additional 250K in like war within engineering mats that you can sell back to the auction house. So maybe you're only spending like 150 to 200K realistically, like at the end of the day, for the pommel permit. Is that fair to say? Am I mathing that correctly, or is the 250K in random engineering parts factored into the 400 to 600K value you gave me? I'm spec'd into scraps. I'm getting rank 3 materials. Takes a while to spec into the right spots. Gotcha. Okay. So that's kind of the barrier of entry then, is it probably takes several weeks to get enough knowledge where you need it. So that's why people have been buying copper bolts that I've spent 10 hours crafting from copper ore. Probably, yeah. I'm sure some people like that played beta and knew that scrapping was going to use all those old materials and they just stocked up on that shit. I'm sure they've made millions of gold from that. Just need these bug briskets to finish. Then I might start looking at unraveling. Or actually, I think I might look at my engineer and see what all's needed for the scrapping spec trees. I was going to craft this portion steak into Belladar's Bounty. But I think I might just sell it as portion steak for now. Okay. Are you going to fish for secret sauce recipe? Still can't understand if there's a difference between honey and sauce since both are stated same multi-craft. I think I remember looking at that. What's it called? Secret sauce. Yeah, it seems pretty pointless to go for that currently. Are we certain that the multi-craft value is the same from both? Because if it is, then yeah, I don't see why anybody would want that. So strange. Yeah, I guess just to reiterate again, currently it seems like going for the secret sauce doesn't have any value other than just getting the recipe. That and it takes eggs. That stuff there isn't a guarantee. Yeah, and the eggs are like fucking crazy expensive too. Like what the hell? 500 gold, 600. It's as if there's just some sort of interaction. Like sauce gives higher return for some food than other. Now you know there is discount egg market down there, right?